corner, and he brings it all the way back. Left tackle. Look at that. Got Lindquist open, coming across the middle. He breaks 2 tackles for the touchdown. Up the middle, but bounces it to the outside. Will Evans wide open. I'm not exactly sure. Sideline, and he's going to go. Touchdown. First play, the offensive play. It's a little swing pass to Ebert.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chick Welsh Field at David M. Hughes Stadium. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Football on HCAM. Tom Nappy here on the call tonight as the 6-2 Hopkinton Hillers take on 3-5 Natick Redhawks in this non-playoff game. And it should be a good battle here tonight in this Division II matchup. The Hopkinton Hillers are certainly wishing that tonight was a playoff game. Unfortunately, they did not make the postseason, or at least the playoffs, the state tournament. But they do, of course, get those non-playoff games. And when you look at Hopkinton's 6-2 record, and you look at how good they did this season and how well they played, and some of the opponents they beat who were very good opponents, they should certainly be there, but they did not make it. But they are ready to play here tonight and hoping to grab a win against Natick. Let's send it over to the PA announcer.
Mark Mortinelli and captains Drew Waldron, Lou Linton, Henry O'Connor, Jack Hubbard, and Jack McCarthy. The Hillers are led by head coach Mark Sanborn and captains Braden Hicks, Robbie Litcher, Kevin Persona, and Justin Sokol. As always, the Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash-talking, and berating of players, coaches, and officials. The Tri-Valley League has adopted a zero-tolerance policy. Warnings will not be issued. Offenders will be ejected. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Now, please rise for the playing of our national anthem, performed by HHS Band, led by Craig Hay.
And we are just about ready for kickoff here on this beautiful Friday night at David M. Hughes Stadium. The Hopkinton Hillers have had a terrific season. It was a very fun and entertaining game last Friday night against Holliston. Certainly did not end the way the Hillers wanted it, as they fell just short to the Holliston Panthers 21-19, but they really put on a great performance and played very well, and certainly could have taken that game if they just made a few more plays. It was a very fun TVL large game, and congratulations to the Holliston Panthers on clinching the TVL title. And they are in a playoff game tonight in the Division IV bracket, hosting Melrose. We'll talk a lot more about the playoff situation. But for now, the Natick Redhawks are set to kick off left to right across your screen. Set to kick it away is Nathan Napier. And he will send a line drive to the near side to about the 22. And here comes the return. And it's going to be a nice return by Paul Litcher, who takes it up to about the 43-44. So the Hillers will start off with some good field position. Now the Hillers had a very good season so far, took down some good opponents, and there are certainly a lot of critics of the playoff system that thought they should be there, and they certainly, in my opinion, should be there, but it is what it is. But they are going to try to end this season with a few wins, and in either case, they have just played terrific all season long. It's going to be taken up the middle into Natick territory. Brought down at around the Natick 49 is Joe Carrazza with a nice run. The Hillers getting things started off with the run, an 8-yard pickup.
7 for Joe Carrazza, 2nd and 3.
That brings up second and about 3 for the Hillers. Robert Litcher, your starting quarterback, lined up out of the gun. 2 receivers spread out to either side. Takes the snap. Looks to his right, throws to his right, has a target. Hauled in by Seamus Murphy. Up the far side he goes. And that should be enough for the first down as he's brought out of bounds at around the Natick 43. We'll mark him at the 44-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards there. The Hillers had a nice mix of run and pass against that stingy Holliston defense last week, and they were able to get a few good breaks working up the field, and they have really implemented a very mixed offense this season, and it has certainly worked well. Litcher out of the gun, motion left to right, he'll hand it off. Carrazza trying to test the middle of that defense, and he's brought down, and that's going to be a loss of a couple. I'll bring up second and about 12 to go for the Hillers. Yeah, make that about second and 11. Your TVL schedule tonight in the Division III playoffs, you have 13th seeded Westwood at 4th seeded Hanover in the Division III playoffs. We'll get you the rest in just a moment. Litcher out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to either side. Takes the snap. Looking up the middle. Throws up the middle. It's caught. And it is going to be taken into the end zone for 6. Seamus Murphy with the touchdown for the Hillers. A 44-yard touchdown connection between Litcher and Murphy.
Seamus Murphy for a 44-yard touchdown.
And the Hillers strike first. They are on the board. Avery Ravitch is out for the extra point. And it is going to be blocked. Looks like a Red Hawk got a hand on it, so the score will remain Hopkinton 6, Natick nothing. But a great start for the Hillers, to say the least. As the Hillers get set to kick it away. A nice night out there for some football. Temperatures in the high 60s, a nice breeze as the sun starts to set. A 6 p.m. start for this game. Other playoff action across the TVL. You got 13th seeded Melrose at 4th seeded Holliston. In Division 5, 15th seeded Dedham at 2nd seeded North Reading. 9th-seeded Watertown at 8th-seeded Dover Sherborne. Division 6, 11th-seeded Bellingham at 6th-seeded Linfield. Division 8, 15th-seeded Millis at 2nd-seeded Lowell. And we'll get you the non-playoff games in just a moment as Ravage set to kick it away. He'll send it a wobbly one back to about the 10-yard line, and it's going to roll out of bounds. That's going to be an illegal procedure and give Natick some good starting position on this drive. As the Red Hawks offense will come out. Natick played a tough schedule this year. They had a 3-5 record, but certainly were very much battle-tested. Your non-playoff games tonight include Canton at Norwood, Sharon at Norton, Ashland at Dennis Yarmouth, Southeast Regional at Medfield, South Shore at Medway, and of course this game here, Natick at Hopkinton. Your starting quarterback is Damon Taylor. He's going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his left, takes a snap, throws to his left, and it's caught. Taken up the far side to about midfield. And that'll be a first down for Natick, a 15-yard pickup to start things off. And that was Grady Forsland, the tight end, with a nice pickup to start things off for Natick. Back to the line they go, out of the gun. 3 receivers set, and it is going to be a run up the middle. Taken for 5 yards. And on the carry is Teddy Ferrucci, a junior running back.
Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5.
Natick offense working quickly, right back up to the line they go. Damon Taylor out of the gun with a back to his right, takes the snap. He's going to take this himself, working his way up the middle, and he's brought down at around the 40. And on the stop is Charlie Petruni. That's a pickup of about 4.
3rd and 1.
And this Red Hawks offense continues to work quickly. The Natick Red Hawks, led by head coach Mark Mortarelli. Hillers led by head coach Mark Sanborn, who has done a tremendous job in his 2nd year at the helm. And this is going to be a keeper by Taylor, and he takes it up the middle for a couple and enough for the first down. Well, this Natick offense can be potent, and it will certainly be a bit of a test for this Hiller defense. Taylor out of the gun, back to his left, 2 receivers either side. Takes the snap, under pressure, brought down in the backfield. Kevin Prasanna in on the sack. And that is going to be a pretty significant loss there for Natick. And they will be marked all the way back at the 43. That is a loss of about 6 yards.
5-yard sack by Kevin Prasanna sets up.
That'll bring up 2nd down and about 16 to go. Taylor lined up out of the gun with a back to his left. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Bouncing off tackle up the near side goes Teddy Ferrucci. There is going to be a flag as Ferrucci's brought down at around the 40. And could this one be coming back? It will be coming back. Looks like we're going to have a holding call. Or block in the back call.
Block in the back penalty by the Natick Red Hawks.
And that will bring Natick back to their own 49-yard line. That'll make this 2nd and pretty long to go. Natick needs to get all the way to the Hiller 28-yard line for the first down. Out of the gun is Taylor as he looks to the sideline. Seems to be a little bit of confusion. And he will take the snap, throws to his left, and he overthrows his target, Joe Spinazzola.
The game started, right?
That'll bring up third down.
Third and long.
Wait a minute. It's just you filming? No, my friend is not. Get out. Yeah, so the kid's up there, and he went up with a girl. So that's all right. But the game already started.
Third and long for Natick.
Get out. Tell your friends.
As now they have slowed down the offense a little bit, looking towards the sideline for the play call. And they will line it up. And on the gun is Taylor. Back to his left, takes the snap. And he's in trouble. Throws up the middle, nearly intercepted. Getting a hand on it was Kevin Prasanna. And that'll bring up fourth down, and Natick will likely punt it away.
Fourth down and 23.
Oh, another great job by the Hiller defense. Natick was moving pretty well up the field, but this defense able to slow it down. And it all started with that Kevin Prasanna sack. Back to receive is Braden Hicks along the right, and he is tripped up, so he'll just let it go. There is a flag.
There is a flag on the play.
Typically, you'll see some kind of call on a block in this situation.
Kids warmed up with nothing, right?
Yeah. That sucks. Well, I sang to him.
Huh? That sucks.
Oh, blindside block.
That's going to be against the Hillers, so that'll push them back.
Block in the back penalty.
Hopkinton going to start this drive from about their own 5-yard line.
Hopkinton will take over at the 5-yard line.
So this offense won't have a lot of room to start with. You take a look at this Natick schedule. They were certainly pretty battle-tested this season. They started off the season with a win against Needham and then lost 4 straight games. We'll talk more about that in just a moment as Litcher out of the gun. Raza in the backfield. 2 receivers spread out to either side. And he'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. Here goes Carraza to the near side, and he'll be brought down after a short gain. And on the stop for Natick is Teddy Ferrucci, along with Matt Pohl. So after defeating Needham, Natick fell to Walpole, Milford, Brockton, Wellesley, 4 very tough teams. They then came back with a couple wins against Newton North and Brookline before falling to Milton last week. So this Natick team, they've had a very tough schedule. So you cannot expect tonight's game to be easy. It's certainly going to be a good battle here tonight. Litcher out of the gun. Raza in the backfield, takes the snap. Looks up the middle and completes it to Charlie Petruni. And that is a nice gain there.
Pass is good for a Hopkinton Hiller first down.
That'll move the chains for the Hillers, as he is able to haul that in at around a 16, 7-yard pickup. And the Hillers with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun is Litcher. Motion along the left side. Petruni in motion. Takes the snap. Play action. And he's going to try to take this up the middle. And he is brought down. Not much there.
Robbie Litcher is brought down around the line of scrimmage.
I'd say that's pretty much no gain for Litcher. That'll bring up second down and about 10 to go for the
That
Hillers.
brings up second and around 11 yards.
Back up to the line they go. Litcher takes the snap out of the pistol, throws the screen to his right. It is hauled in as Seamus Murphy up the far side for about 3 or 4.
Screen pass complete to Seamus Murphy.
Not a whole lot of room to work with there. And that brings up third down for the Hillers. And several yards to go. Litcher out of the gun. 2 receivers spread out to either side. He'll take the snap, looking up the left side, has a target, and it's hauled in. Seamus Murphy corrals it in and takes it to midfield. A big first down there for the Hillers, and that'll move the chains.
Be sure to visit
Well,
our snack shack.
Robert Litcher connecting with his receivers tonight. Already has connected with Seamus Murphy 4 different times. And Charlie Petruni as well. And that is certainly what the Hillers want to do here tonight against this stingy Natick defense. Litcher out of the gun with a back to his left. 4 receivers set. Takes the snap. And he is going to go back to pass, and he connects once again with Seamus Murphy. And Murphy is going to take it all the way to about the 32. That's going to be another double-digit connection. 18 yards on the pickup. Hillers move the chains as the clock continues to tick down. 2:25 and counting left to go in this first quarter. Hillers already up 6-0, looking for more. And we do have some Hiller playoff action going on tonight. Hillers girls volleyball. They are in Canton. That game set to start at about 6:30. And Hiller girls soccer in action tonight over in Lexington as Litcher takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Carrazza going to try to come near side, and the Natick defense ready for it. Sam Hubbard on the takedown, and that's going to be a pretty good loss of yards. And it looks like they will mark him 4 yards back. I'll bring up second and long for the Hillers. Second and 14 as Litcher out of the gun once again. Stacked receivers to his right side. Trips Bunch in tight formation as he awaits the snap, takes the snap, looking to his right, throws to his right and connects with Sam Pantera. And Pantera going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down, but certainly puts the Hillers in a lot more manageable of a position. Brought down at around the 24.
Correction, 3rd and 1.
And that was about a 13-yard pickup. Hillers facing 3rd and a long 1 here. Pitcher out of the gun once again. Calls for motion, moves Petruni to his right. Hands it off, Carrazza testing the middle. And did he get enough? This is going to be very close. Looks like he may have. We'll see where they mark him. Looks like we might get a measurement here. Oh, that's going to be the end of the quarter. It looks like they are going to mark him short, but it is the end of the quarter. Hillers working their way upfield. It's 6-0 after the first. And this Hillers offense getting some good momentum early on as we head into this second quarter. So a few Hiller playoff games going on tonight. Hiller girls volleyball over in Canton. We're going to try to get you some updates from what is going on. And also Hiller girls soccer in action over in Lexington. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the live stream of girls volleyball due to MIAA regulations, but from what I understand, there actually is a live stream out there that is free that you can find on the Hiller Athletics Twitter account. So if you're looking to watch that girls volleyball game, of course that's after this one or along with this one, you could head over to the Hiller Athletics Twitter account. But we'll try to get you some updates from both girls soccer and girls volleyball. And this weekend we have some playoff action that we will be covering. Once again, unfortunately, we cannot stream live due to MIAA regulations, but we will have the full game broadcast for you available a couple days later, as we will have field hockey and boys soccer coverage this weekend. More about that in a bit, as Seamus Murphy going to take this one up the middle for 3 or 4 yards, and that'll give the Hillers a fresh set of downs.
And that play is good for a Hopkins.
So you give it to the speedy Seamus Murphy. He's able to work his way up.
Hey, Scotty.
The Hillers back up to the line. 11:30 and counting left to go in this second quarter. We'll also try to get you some TVL football updates as well. Litcher calls for motion. In motion is Seamus Murphy from right to left. Takes the snap. He's going to try to take this himself up the middle. Can't find a lot of room. The ball is going to come out and be picked up by another Hiller and taken into the end zone. Unbelievable. I believe that is Michael Scardino. It was picked up by an offensive lineman, and he is able to take it to the house. Actually, that is number 69, who I do not have a 69 on the roster. So an unlisted 69, we'll have to find out who that was, takes it to the end zone. Oh.
Jason Petrulli on the fumble return.
It was Jason Petrulli, I am being told. Jason Petrulli will take it to the house for the touchdown. Sometimes fumbles work out for you, and that was one of the rare occasions it did. That was about a 20-yard touchdown run by Petrulli. The lineman gets it done as the Hiller is going to go for 2 after missing that first extra point. Motion left to right as Petruni in motion. Takes the snap, throws to his right. It's caught, and it'll be taken in by Petruni for the 2-point conversion. And that'll make it a 14-0 Hiller lead. Well, quite a sequence there. Jason Petrulli, the lineman, recovers a fumble. Takes it to the end zone. And then you get a nice 2-point conversion, and you're up 14-0. Hillers will get set to kick it away. We have an update from the Medfield game. Medfield leading Southeastern in non-playoff action 7-0. Norton Volleyball in playoff action. They take the first set over North Middlesex. We'll just get you all the TVL updates we can find. And Westwood Girls in playoff action. Westwood Girls Soccer taking on Northampton. They are up 3-0 at the half. Avery Ravitch set to kick it away. He'll go end over end back to about the 8-yard line. And it'll be returned up the far side to about the 32-33. So pretty good return there by Matt Schultz.
Past the 30-yard, around the 35-yard line.
And this Natick offense will come out, try to get something going. And we do have a girls soccer final playoff score. Holliston defeated Drake at 5-1. So congratulations to the Lady Panthers moving on to the next round. In field hockey, Medway leading Pentucket 2-0. And they are in the third quarter. And Westwood field hockey getting a 4-1 win over Marlborough. Out of the gun goes Taylor, takes the snap as the pass was deflected by a lineman, but it's still going to be caught by Owen Corrigan, who gets nearly a first down.
Owen Corrigan with the catch.
On the stop for the Hillers, Andrew Budden. And that will actually indeed be enough for the first down, so about a 10-yard pickup.
Will move the chains for the Redhawks. First and 10.
Well, we're seeing a couple instances of what you think's going to be a mistake turn into something good for the offenses. Out of the gun, he will hand it off, and it's going to be a run up the near side, and perhaps a touchdown saving stop there by Budden. As Teddy Ferrucci had some wide open space in front of him after breaking a pair of tackles. And that will push Natick up to the 42-yard line. So this offense continuing to find some good room. And it's going to be another run here, and this time the Hillers ready for it.
Damon Taylor
That was
on the QB keeper.
keeper by Taylor. You know, on the stop was
Pickup of about
Brendan
1 second.
McGowan and Evan Van Beek. Up to the line they go. He'll take the snap out of the pistol. Throws to the right. It's bobbled. And then did he pull that in? They are saying incomplete. So it
Incomplete pass. Third down.
was not pulled in by Matthew Pohl. He bobbled it, then took a dive at it. And was just not able to pull that one in. Back up to the line they go as Natick trying to get that quick pace back for their offense. Rolling to his left as Taylor throws up the sideline, and it is caught, pushed out of bounds. Owen Corrigan
Rocco Horgan
at
with
around
catch. First
the
down, Natick.
27. That will move the chains. It was about an 8-yard pickup. Taylor going to line it up out of the gun. Natick moving along with that hurry-up style of offense. He'll hand it off. It's going to be a run up the middle and a big gain here. All the way to about the 18-yard line. That was Sam Hubbard.
Sam Hubbard with the carry for the Redhawks.
That was a pickup
9-yard pickup
of 9. And right back to the line they go. This hurry-up style of offense has been effective for Natick as they will test the middle once again. And up to the 15 goes Teron Sherry, and that'll move the chains. I think this Natick coaching staff has done their research on Hopkinton, as the hurry-up style of offenses have had a lot more success against this defense. And I don't even want to say a lot more success, because really no offense has had too much success against this defense. But that hurry-up style seems to work just a little bit better, as Teddy Ferrucci that time takes it to about the 13-yard line.
2nd and 6.
4-yard pickup. Up to the line they go once again. Taylor with a back to either side, takes the snap, throws the screen to his left. It's hauled in, and up the left side, and into the end zone goes Matthew Pohl. And that is a Natick touchdown. So the Redhawks are on the board. That was an 18-yard touchdown connection.
Damon Taylor connected to Matthew Pohl.
Taylor to Pohl. And now Natick will attempt the extra point. In for the attempt, that is Nathan Napier, a sophomore. Snap and the kick, end over end, and it is good.
The kick is good.
That'll make it a 14-7 ball game. So this Natick offense going hurry up, and they hurry into the end zone as they are on the scoreboard. We have ourselves a battle here. As I said, and I'll keep saying it again, this Natick team has been battle tested. This is not going to be an easy game tonight for either side. This is a playoff-like kind of game with how well Natick has been battle tested and played. They 3-5 record with their schedule ain't too bad. And the Hillers, they've certainly been battle tested as well and have had a lot of success with that 6-2 record.
Hillers are set to return. 7:17 remaining in the half.
Natick set to kick it away with 7:17 left to go. And that was a pretty efficient drive there for Natick. Didn't take a ton of time off the clock, as it's going to be a short kickoff, returned from the 30 to about the 37-38, and that's where the Hillers offense will start.
Hillers will take over around the 38-yard line.
They mark it officially at the 37-yard line, so we'll see if this Hiller offense can stay hot. They've had 2 possessions so far in this game, and both possessions have resulted in a touchdown. You had the opening drive, which resulted in a 44-yard Litcher to Seamus Murphy connection. Then you had a fumble recovered by lineman Jason Petrulli, who took it to the end zone after a significant run, as Carrazza will test the near side and take this to about the 44. And that is a 6-yard pickup, a nice run there.
For Joey Carrazza.
And don't forget to check out our website, hcam.tv, as we will post the latest Hiller playoff updates, including scores, where we will be, and games we will cover. Unfortunately, we will not have any of the playoff games live for you at least that we know of, due to MIAA regulations. Of course, this game being a non-playoff game, we were able to broadcast tonight, as that was hauled in by Paul Litcher and taken to about the Natick 44. A good connection there. Now, there may be exceptions down the road where we can't have a playoff game live. We will see. And we will certainly let you know if that ends up being the case. It ends up being about a 23-yard pickup on the Robert to Paul Litcher connection. And these Hiller receivers, they have been fun to watch this season. Hillers certainly feature a good amount of weapons. Robert Litcher out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield takes the snap. He'll hand it off, testing the middle of the defense and tries to take it near side, but has nowhere to go. Jan De La Rosa takes down Carrazza. And that is going to be a loss of about 3. Well, the success for the Hillers tonight, it has been the pass game. They have not really had a whole lot of success running the ball, but through the air, a different story. So I think the Hillers know what they are likely going to be doing more of this game. Litcher out of the gun, takes the snap. Looking up the middle, has a connection. Carrazza is going to take it to the 40, along the far side to the 35, working his way across the 30, and he's brought down at around the 29-28. A big gain there by Joe Carrazza. And that'll move the chains, but a 17-yard pickup. That was just a little curl route along the seam, ran by Carrazza, and he's able to fight his way forward, move the chains, and keep this offensive drive rolling. Litcher out of the gun, Carrazza in the backfield, 2 receivers spread out to either side. Takes the snap, looks to his right, throws to his right, and is caught. Seamus Murphy going to be brought down at around the 12. That was a 16-yard pickup by Seamus Murphy.
Good for a Hopkins and Hiller, first down.
Well, Seamus Murphy already has 4 receptions for double-digit yards, his longest being the 44-yard touchdown reception on the first drive of the game. And the Hillers really racking up the yards through the air. It has been impressive. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun once again. Seamus Murphy spread out to his right. He has a pair to his left, including Braden Hicks in the left slot. Takes the snap. Carrazza up the middle, nowhere to go. Maybe a yard or 2. Looks like he might have got 2 or 3 out of that. We are going to get a Natick timeout.
That is their first timeout.
First timeout of the game by either side. And with the timeout call, that gives us a chance to remind you, every Wednesday on HCAM, it is a must-see HCAM TV at 5:30 p.m. Wednesday evenings on HCAM TV. It all starts with HCAM Sports Talk, followed by HCAM News at 6:30. And our Hopkinton Weekly at 7 p.m., followed by our premiere of the week at 7:30. That is must-see HCAM TV every Wednesday evening on your favorite local station, HCAM TV. Some more TVL updates in football tournament action, Division III. North Reading leading Dedham 8-6 with 2:37 left in the first quarter. And you know, with this playoff system, you have to expect a lot of upsets are going to take place in those brackets. A lot of 6-2 teams that are down in the double digits seating-wise, and a lot that are in the single digits. Says Litcher going to throw to the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Seamus Murphy did catch it, but he was out of bounds, and that'll bring up second down. Well, it was a good look by Litcher and a nice throw to Seamus Murphy on the corner of the end zone, but he was just a hair outside the line. Third and 10 to go for the Hillers. Girls soccer at the half. Alston leading Drake at 4-1. Litcher out of the gun. Empty back set. Two receivers spread out to either side. Carraza in the left slot. Motion from right to left. And this is going to be a designed keeper, and that plan's going to backfire. As Litcher going to be brought down for a loss of 2 or 3 yards. You know, the run just has not worked well for the Hillers. The state defense up front does a good job. It's been all about the passing game. This will make it a 4th down situation. And will they go for the field goal here? It looks like Seamus Murphy was making a kicking motion towards the sideline. It looks like the wishes of Seamus Murphy is that they'll send Avery Ravitch out there. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. And the clock continuing to run down, and Hillers coming over to the sideline. I believe they called a timeout. They did call a timeout. There'll be some time put back on the clock, I'm sure. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the half.
2 timeouts remaining.
We have a TVL field hockey playoff final. Congratulations to Medway. They defeated Pentucket 2-1. So the Medway Mustangs moving on in field hockey to the Sweet 16 round. In girls volleyball, Medfield up 2-0 on Archbishop Williams in round of 32 action. And a lot of the TVL football playoff games haven't started yet. There were a couple of 6:30 starts, but most of those are at 7. Now they do bring Avery Ravitch out. They're going to try the field goal here. This is going to be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Ravitch. The snap, the kick, end over end, and it is good! Avery Ravitch, a 32-yard field goal. And that will make it a 17-7 game. You know, that's a good confidence booster for Avery Ravitch. You got a guy who's a very good kicker, one of the best kickers probably in the state, but the last few games has been struggling a little bit, has missed a few extra points, and was just kind of in a rut the past couple of games. So they send him out there, he makes that 32-yard field goal, and that's certainly good for his confidence. And in a lot of cases with kickers, it's kind of like in baseball when you're a hitter and you're just not hitting well. With kickers, they'll go through these spurts where they're just not hitting their kicks at times, and they just need to break the ice and knock a couple through and get that confidence back. As Ravitch sends a line drive on the kickoff up to about the 10-yard line, it's going to be returned along the far side. Matthew Paul along the sideline will have a good return. And Natick is going to set themselves up with good field position. They still got 1:51 left to go in the half, so they do have time to work with. And they are going to be set up all the way at the Hillers' 47-yard line. So they will certainly be trying to get a quick score here to put themselves back in this game heading into the halftime locker room. Another update in TVL playoff action. Medfield girls volleyball moving on as they take down Archbishop Williams via a sweep. Out of the gun is Taylor. Empty back set. Throws up the middle. It's dropped by his intended target, Matthew Pohl. And that was good coverage along the middle by Carlos Linton. That pass was right into the hands of Pohl. Linton knocks it out. 2nd and 10. Well, Natick, they haven't really established the run much either. They've had a little more success than Hopkinton, but here you're going to have to go pass. They'll go screen to the left. Corrigan working up the near sideline. He's able to break a tackle and get close to the first down. Looked like he was initially going to be brought down after a gain of 2 or 3, but broke a tackle before he was finally taken down by Davin Canty. And this is going to make it about a 3rd and 1. Ended up being a 9-yard pickup.
Clock is still moving.
Taylor out of the gun, empty back set, takes the snap. He'll throw up the right seam, and that is caught as they go hurry-up mode. Matthew Pohl, the connection. And the Hillers, I think, are going to take a timeout. Or no, it'll be Natick. They want to talk things over. About a 6-yard pickup on that last connection. Off the timeout, they'll have a fresh set of downs. Don't forget to stick around at the half. Perhaps the Hopkinton High School band will have some tunes for you. And you could get a look at the halftime scenery, and perhaps the Hiller cheerleaders will have a performance as well. As far as where Hiller football will be next week, we do not yet know. That will be on a week-to-week basis throughout these playoff, non-playoff weeks. But if they have a home game, we will certainly bring it to you live on HCAM. Westwood girls soccer advances. They defeated Northampton 3-0. So congratulations to the Westwood girls. They are moving on. Off the timeout. 1 minute, 15 seconds left as Taylor is going to keep this one for now. Up the far side. He'll throw up the sideline. And I believe that was caught. We're going to get a late flag. It was hauled in by Joe Spinazzola. And I believe it's going to be an illegal man downfield. So that'll erase that reception. Or at least part of it. So this is going to push Natick back and certainly slow down the momentum they would like to get going offensively. They have been going hurry-up style all game long, and that's really been what's worked for them.
The call is illegal man downfield.
So this is going to push Natick back to the 42-yard line. 5-yard penalty there. Brings up a 1st and 15.
1st and 15. 1:08 to go.
Taylor going to line it up out of the gun with a back to his left. Takes the snap, backpedals, throws up the left side, and it is dropped. It was slightly underthrown, but still in the arms of Owen Corrigan, and he could not corral it in. On coverage for the Hillers was Andrew Budden. Well, that is a pass that you just have to catch. It was a good look up the middle. 2nd and 15 for the Redhawks. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go. Taylor going to take the snap. He'll roll to his left, and he will throw up the left side, and he overthrows his intended target, Owen Corrigan. And we do have a flag. Was there a late hit? It's going to be against the Hillers, and it's going to be roughing the passer against Hopkinton. So that is going to push Natick up 15 yards and bring up a first down. That certainly doesn't help the cause if you're the Hillers. It was kind of a tough situation because Taylor is in motion. It looks like he's going to run the ball. And I just think it was a case where the defender just could not stop himself. Taylor out of the gun. So he looks to the sideline for the play call. Now relays that play call to his receivers. A 5-receiver set, 3 lined up to his left. Takes the snap, looks to his left, throws to his left, and it is incomplete. Overthrows his intended target, Joe Spinazzola. Brings up second and 10 for Natick. 48 seconds left to go. And obviously, the last few plays, they've been trying to do something towards the sidelines to get out of play and stop that clock. They are out of timeouts. Taylor is going to go empty back set once again. Takes the snap. Looks up the middle, throws up the middle, it's intercepted! That's going to be off the hands of Matthew Pohl and into the hands of Paul Litcher, and up the far side he goes. Litcher all the way to the 20, and a good job by Paul Litcher. Matthew Pohl probably should have made that catch. It went right off his hands, and Paul Litcher was there to take it back for the Hillers. We'll see if the Hillers go for something here or if they just try to knee out the clock and go into the halftime locker room. It's Natick who will get the ball to start off the second half. The Hillers will likely maybe try a couple plays here with 37 seconds left. Because why not? You still have some good time up on the clock, and with this group of receivers and considering the big gains you have gotten throughout the night throwing the ball, why not? Up to the line they go. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun. 3 receivers spread out to his right. Takes the snap, throws to his right. It is caught by Petruni.
Complete to Charlie Petruni.
And Petruni brought down after a short gain. Was not able to get out of bounds, so the clock keeps running. The Hillers do have a couple timeouts left. Actually, I believe they might have all 3 timeouts left, but it looks like now they're just going to let the clock run down. So they tried the one play, see if you got a big gain. They'll just let the clock run out and go into the halftime locker room with a 17-7 lead.
And that'll do it for the first half.
And a good first half of football by the Hillers. They had a touchdown on the opening drive and then a fumble recovery by their own lineman, Jason Petrulli. That was after Litcher fumbled. Petrulli had his back, picked it up, ran into the end zone. And then you had the 32-yard Avery Ravitch field goal, and at the end of the half, it's Hopkinton 17 and Natick 7. A great first half of football by the Hillers, and hopefully even better second half to come. But Hopkinton up by 10 as we head into the break. You are tuned into Varsity Football on HCAM. And right now, let's check out the Hopkinton Hiller Varsity cheerleaders.
Yeah, be quiet. I think you should.
right. Yes, honey, we set 'em up. Just to knock them down. No one is safe. We're legends in town. They love us. All across the globe. We are legends. Yeah, now you know. Killers!
And welcome back to Chick Welsh Field at David M. Hughes Stadium as we are ready for the second half between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Natick Redhawks. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Our crew, Mike Terosian and Denise Ontaki, as the Hillers set to kick off left to right across your screen to start off this second half. Hillers leading at 17-7. It was a very good first half, including 205 yards of Hiller offense, 30 yards on the ground, 175 yards through the air. It was very impressive air assault by Robert Litcher. And Natick 89 yards overall, 41 yards on the ground, 48 yards rushing. As the kickoff is going to be bobbled at the 10, then picked up. It will be returned up the near side. Owen Corrigan turns it in a pretty good return. Up to about the 23-24. There is a flag. Is this coming back some? Typically, in this situation, you'll get a hold or a block in the back call. I believe it. No sign yet. It's going to be a block in the back and bring Natick back some. So they'll start this drive a little deeper than they anticipated.
The Redhawks will take over the ball at around the 8-yard line.
He's going to back them all the way up to about the 8. And Taylor going to hand it off. Run up the middle, gets a couple.
They run up the middle.
Not much there. On the carry was Teddy Ferrucci.
2nd and 7. The run was by Teddy Ferrucci.
That brings up second down and along 7. And we have an update from girls volleyball we'll tell you about in just a moment. It's going to be a run up the middle. And this is a good run, taken for several yards. On the rush that time, it was
Run up the middle,
Sam Hubbard.
off a 3rd and 1.
We'll mark him for about 8 yards there. Hopkinton girls are down 1-0 over in Canton. Hopefully they can make a comeback. They've had a few impressive comebacks this season, so you certainly can never count them out. Teddy Ferrucci up the middle for a couple. That'll move the chains. So Natick once again going up with the hurry style of offense and testing that run defense of the Hillers. And we'll certainly give you updates from Canton as they come in. Another run up the middle here, and this is going to be pretty good yardage. Finding a little room with Sam Hubbard.
Six-yard gain for Natick. 2nd and 4.
Mark them for 6 as they keep the clock moving. As well as this drive. Right back up to the line they go. Out of the pistol, he'll hand it off to the up back, and not much room that time as the Hiller defense ready for it. Teddy Ferrucci on the carry, Justin Sokol in on the stop. And that'll bring up 3rd down. And about 6 to go.
Is one still playing there?
Yeah, Jake is.
Taylor lines it up out of the gun. He'll throw to his left this time, and it's hauled in by Owen Corrigan. And Corrigan was pretty close to that first down, but it looks like, well, the Hiller defense got to stop it with the forward progress. He will get the first down. Devin Canty in on the stop, along with Carlos Linton. But the chains do move as Natick able to get to the 31-yard line. Ends up being a gain of about 5. Out of the gun, and he will hand it off, and Linton is ready for it.
Carlos Linton.
Linton cruised right up to that defensive front and popped right through to bring down the tailback, and that is a loss of 2 or 3 yards there.
That's awesome.
That'll bring up second down and about 12 to go for Natick.
There's a Michael Terosian in California who's a doctor, and he owns Terosian.com. That's why I got Terosian.net, because I can't get Terosian.com.
Up to the line they go, out of the gun. He'll roll to his right, and he's going to throw up the sideline, and it is caught.
Pass is complete.
On the reception, Owen Corrigan. That's enough to move the chains. A pickup of about 14.
It is a Taylor to Corrigan pass and completion.
Out of the gun, and he'll hand it off to the fullback this time. It's Sam Hubbard. Hubbard up to about the 45-46. And that is a pickup of 4 or 5.
That 5-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 for Natick, and they are taking some good time off the clock with this drive as it just keeps on moving. And this is going to be another run. Getting the call once again is Ferrucci. And he is going to be good for a couple, not enough for the first down. About 3 yards shy. So 3rd and 3 for Natick, as they will look to the sideline for the call. And a pass over to the near side. And a big hit delivered. Matthew Pohl corralled in the catch, and Devin Canty delivered a monster hit, but it looks like it's going to be helmet-to-helmet contact. So that is going to give Natick some yards. We have a football update in Division III tournament action. 2nd-seeded North Reading all over 15th-seeded Dedham, 36-12. And Natick's going to get 15 more yards here. Hiller girls volleyball fell in the first set, 25-20 against Canton. Norton Lancers girls volleyball up 2-0 in their playoff game. Ashland Clockers girls volleyball takes first set over Pentucket, 25-19. Medfield Varsity football leading Southeastern, 22-0. Here's a local update. Division I playoff action. Franklin football leading Weymouth at the half, 19-6. Out of the gun, he'll hand it off up the middle. This is going to be Ferrucci, and he will take this one for 3 or 4.
It's a 3-yard gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Red Hawks. 5:45 and counting left to go. The Hillers have not yet touched the ball in the second half. Taylor out of the gun. He'll roll to his right, looking upfield, going to air it out, and it is going to be either caught or dropped, but either way it was out of bounds. So that'll be incomplete. And finally we'll get a clock stoppage as this quarter was just cruising right along. Clock is stopped at 5:29. Congratulations, Norton girls volleyball. They move on to the round of 16 with a sweep over North Middlesex. And hopefully we'll get a girls soccer update. I believe they had a 7 o'clock start over in Lexington, so they're just getting underway. Taylor out of the gun. Or no, excuse me, they're going to go Wildcat here. Teddy Ferrucci going to take the snap, and Ferrucci is going to fight his way to about the 25. So that'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. Yeah, this Natick run game starting to get a little momentum. And this is kind of how the Natick touchdown drive looked back in the first quarter, which resulted in an 18-yard touchdown reception by Matthew Pohl.
That is a first down for Natick.
But both of these teams out there fighting hard and putting on a good show. Two talented teams out there on the field tonight. Damon Taylor, the sophomore quarterback, going to line it up out of the gun, and he will throw the screen to his left. Here goes Brady Holcomb, and he's going to fight his way to about the 8 or 9, and there was a big collision there.
Pass is caught. And there's some discussion on the field.
And it looks like there might be an injured player. It looks like Holcomb got a little shook up. Big collision. I believe that was with Charlie Petruni. And that will be a first down for Natick. Trainer is out checking on Holcomb. So with the injured player, all right, looks like they are going to help him up. So we'll keep things right here. The correction, that's Teddy Ferrucci. Ball marked at the 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
Hopkins and Hiller playoff update. Girls soccer just underway in Lexington. Good luck, Hillers.
Natick back up to the line. Taylor out of the gun with the back to his left. He's going to take this himself, trying to fight his way up the middle. Won't get much, maybe a yard or two.
Damon Taylor on the keeper.
And on the stop for the Hillers, Devin Canty, as well as Colby Lavelnet.
Devin Canty on that stop.
So mark him for 2. And that'll make it second and goal from the 8. It's going to be another keeper fighting his way up the middle, pushing the pile inside the 5 and towards the end zone. And he's in. An 8-yard touchdown run by Damon Taylor on the keeper.
For a Natick touchdown.
Well, Natick takes a whole lot of time off the clock, and they get the touchdown. That makes it a 17-13 game. They will go for the extra point. Nathan Napier is out there for the extra point. And it is good. That makes it a 17-14 game. Natick right back in it.
Hillers, 3:51 remaining in the third quarter.
And that drive took exactly 8 minutes off the clock. And we'll see how this Hillers offense responds after a long Natick touchdown drive. Well, the Hiller defense is being very much tested up front. And this defensive line has had to work hard to stop this potent Natick run game. And that whole drive pretty much was all run, couple pass attempts. It was a 5-yard and 14-yard pass attempts, but really just little runs. Nickel and diming up the field, keeping the clock rolling. And that's what Natick likes to do offensively. And their defense certainly got a nice rest during that drive. So they should be ready to go back to work. And this is going to be a short kickoff, almost like a squib, picked up along the far side after 20 by Carrazza. He cuts near side, and he's still on his feet, breaking tackle after tackle before the feisty Carrazza is finally brought down at around the 35. So he turns what looked like not much of a return into about a 15-yard return. And the Hillers will start this drive with pretty good field position from their own 37. Hillers working left to right across your screen here in this third quarter. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. Two receivers spread out to either side. Takes the snap, looks to his left, and will throw up the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of Seamus Murphy. Great coverage by Joe Spinazzola, the Natick defender. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Hillers. Well, the pass game has been the only part of this offense that has worked real well. Hopkinton Hillers girls volleyball has just tied things up by winning the second set over in Canton. So they're now knotted up. It's going to be a pitch to Carrazza. Carrazza cuts far side, and he is fighting his way across the 45, and he'll pick up the first down. Once again, gets a big gain out of what looks like not much. And the fight he has is just incredible. 10-yard pickup.
Hiller playoff update. Girls volleyball.
First and 10 from the 49.
Game apiece down in Canton.
Big thank you to Ashley Simmons for the update. She's over in Canton. We will have our broadcast for that game with our favorite girls volleyball announcers, Steve Sweetapple and Matt Clancy, airing in a couple days. Out of the gun is Litcher. Carrazza in the backfield. Two receivers spread out to his left. Motion from right to left. He will take this himself. And here he goes up the middle, finds a little bit of room, and he's brought down after a gain of about 6.
6-yard gain.
And bring up 2nd and 4 for the Hillers. Is this Hopkinton offense starting to get a little momentum? Well, this game turning into somewhat of a shootout between these two teams. And the Hiller girls volleyball team, they won that set 25-16. That's what the girls volleyball team has done a lot this year. Not done too well on the first set, but came right back in the second set. A lot of good comebacks this season, including one comeback where they were down 2-0 and won 3 straight. I believe that was against Medway. Litcher out of the gun. And he is going to take this himself up the middle. And once again, finds some good room. Stopped just short of the first down, about a 3-yard pickup. We have a Westwood football update. After the first quarter, Hanover leading Westwood in playoff action, 7-0. That's Division III playoff action. So that'll make it 3rd and 1 to go.
We will have a measurement, it looks like, on the field.
All right, might bring out the chains here. The officials are going to indeed bring out the chains. Yeah, we're constantly looking for those TVL playoff updates, see what's going on, and we'll certainly keep you informed as well. Always a fun time of the year with the playoffs, and the Hillers, they will certainly have a lot of playoff action. Another local game, Milford all over conquered Carlisle in Division II action at the end of one. Milford up 28-0. Milford ended up with the first seed in the Division II bracket. That's the bracket that the Hillers would have been in, or actually I should say should have been in. And if the Hillers were the 16th seed, they could be at Milford tonight. You could have had yourselves a nice Hopkinton-Milford game. But that's just wishful thinking. Up to the line they go. 3rd and 1 from the 41. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. Moving over to Litcher's left is Petruni. He'll get the call, and he's going to be stopped short. It's going to be a loss of a yard. On the stop, the captain, Henry O'Connor, the big senior linebacker. And now it looks like the Hillers might punt it away here.
Loss of 2 on the play.
They ended up marking him back 2. They will bring out Ravitch, so they will punt it away. So a good stand by the Natick defense, and they get their offense the ball back with a chance to go up on the Hillers. Ravitch takes the snap, it's blocked, and it's going to be covered up at the Hillers 40. That whole process seemed a little off, just a bit of a slow reaction there to punt that ball away. And Natick able to take advantage, and they have very good field position to start this drive.
Ball over at the 40-yard line.
Natick will start this drive from the Hopkinton 40-yard line. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Well, Natick gets the momentum back on their side. Damon Taylor going to line it up out of the gun. 2-back set. He'll take the snap, hands it off, and nothing there. Carlos Linton drags down Teddy Ferrucci. That's going to be a loss of a yard. And that'll do it for the third quarter after 3 quarters of play. It is Hopkinton 17, Natick 14. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Football on HCAM. And we are ready for the fourth quarter. Natick with the ball, working left to right across your screen. Taylor going to line it up out of the gun, back to his left. A pair of receivers spread out to either side, and it's going to be a run up the middle that won't get very far. That'll be a loss. Great stop by Charlie Petruni as he drags down Ferrucci.
Charlie Petruni.
And that'll bring up second down and 12 to go. For the Red Hawks of Natick. Congratulations to Ashland girls volleyball. They advance with a sweep over Pentucket. Throw up the far side, and is that caught?
No good.
No catches.
Incomplete.
Looks like it's going to be ruled incomplete.
Ruled incomplete.
Intended target was Owen Corrigan. That brings up third and 13 to go.
Should be third.
Yeah, it's still 17, 14. 14.
Now, excuse me, that'll actually bring up fourth down. It looks like Natick going to punt it away. So a nice stand here by the Hiller defense, and they'll get the ball back. Back to receive for the Hillers, Braden Hicks along with Colby Lavalnette. And it's going to sail over to Braden, who won't get very far. Returns to about the 12, 13-yard line. And the Hillers offense will come back out. (17 to 14), Hopkinton Hillers lead. As they look to string together another successful offensive drive, and you have another good drive here, you could put the game away depending on how much time you take off the clock. Hiller girls volleyball, at last check, they were tied at one set apiece in Canton. Hiller girls soccer in Lexington were set for a 7 o'clock start. They started off with a bit of a delay. We'll get you any updates if we hear it, as this is caught along the near side by Seamus Murphy. And that's going to be a nice pickup for the Hillers. And that will move the chains. All the way up to the 23 he goes. That was about an 11-yard pickup by Murphy. Back up to the line they go. Litcher out of the gun. He has three receivers spread out to his right. Empty back set. Takes the snap. Looks up the middle, and it is dropped. I don't know if he was trying to aim for Sam Pantera there or Seamus Murphy. It looked like Pantera actually might have tipped it a little bit, but then it went right into the chest of Murphy. And we just heard that Hiller girls soccer has netted a goal in Lexington. They lead it 1-0. So hopefully girls soccer can pick up the win tonight and advance on. Field hockey will be in action tomorrow. We'll be at that game, and we'll try to get the highlights out soon as the games are completed, because we can release the highlights, but the game broadcast you'll have to wait a couple days due to regulations with the postseason. Out of the gun, and he's going to hand it off. Or no, excuse me, good play action there. Up the far side, hauled in by Petruni, and here he goes into Natick territory. Brought out of bounds at around the 45. A great pickup there. Charlie Petruni with his third reception and longest reception of the day. That moves him right up to midfield. That was a pickup of 27 yards. Clock stopped at 10:55 left to go. Litcher out of the gun once again with Carrazza in the backfield. Two receivers in tight to his left. Takes the snap and will hand it off. Carrazza fighting his way up the middle.
Carrazza fighting his way.
And he's good for a pickup of 3 or 4.
That's a 4-yard pickup on the carry. Second down.
We'll mark him for a couple. And bringing up second and about 8 to go. Well, Medfield, they're having quite the night. They're up 29-0 on Southeast Regional and non-playoff action football. Litcher out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. Takes the snap. Going to air this one out. Up the far side. Jumping up and reeling it in is Colby Lavalette.
That pass is complete.
And that is going to be a first down plus up. All the way to the 35. Litcher to Lavalette.
That brings the ball down to the 35-yard line. Looks like Kobe Lavalette on the catch.
Litcher out of the gun once again. Carrazza in the backfield. Two receivers in tight to his left. He'll hand it off. Carrazza up the middle. And he will pick up a couple. Correction, that last reception was up to the 25. And now the Hillers facing a second and 7 from the 22. Litcher out of the gun, Carrazza in the backfield. Spread out to his left is Pantera as well as Petruni. He'll hand it off. On the end around, here goes Seamus Murphy up the near side, eludes one tackle, still on his feet and takes it to about the 14, 13-yard line. And that'll be enough to move the chains.
That'll be good for a Hopkins and
About a 10-yard pickup.
10-yard pickup.
Seamus Murphy just juking defenders, eluding a couple tackles and keeping the Hillers marching. Hillers approaching the 3-minute mark of this drive as they try to add some points, already up by 3. Litcher out of the gun once again with Carrazza in the backfield. Two receivers either side, motion right to left. Carrazza gets the call. And he is going to be taken down, looks like for a small loss. We're going to put him at the 14, so loss of a yard. And it brings up second and 11 to go. Pitcher out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. Takes the snap. Looks to his right. Throws to his right. And it is caught. There is a flag. Seamus Murphy was able to pull it away from the defender. Xander Pop bobbled it a couple times and then corralled it in. But what is this flag about?
Touchdown is good.
All right, looks like that ended up being a touchdown by Seamus Murphy. It was an offsides call. There's offsetting penalties.
Penalties on the play.
So, Seamus Murphy with the touchdown.
Seamus Murphy with the touchdown. Bobby Litcher throwing the ball.
They can't be offset penalties because it would come back.
Avery Ravitch out for the extra point attempt to put the Hillers up by 10. Snap, and the kick is no good.
Extra point is blocked.
It was blocked, and it will remain a 9-point Hiller lead.
It's a 9-point lead.
But
for the
Hopkinton
Hillers.
on top of Natick, 23-14. That was a great march up the field. That drive took a total of 4 minutes and 11 seconds, 87 yards, resulting in a Seamus Murphy touchdown reception. The Hillers set to kick it away. And they get to move up some with a penalty against Natick. So the kickoff will be from the Natick 45. We'll see what Ravitch tries to do here. Maybe pin him real deep, or will he just kick it out of the end zone? And he's going to send this one sailing to the end zone. We do have a whistle just before he kicked it.
Offsides on the Hillers.
Offsides on the Hillers, so that'll push them back, and we'll do the kickoff again. They'll move it back to the 50. So the Hillers still get a few extra yards off the Natick penalty.
Avery Ravitch will kick the ball off from the 50-yard line.
Ravitch tees it up. And we'll see what he does here. Sends it sailing back towards the end zone. There will be a return from the 2-yard line along the near side, and it's going to turn into a pretty good return by Matthew Pohl, up to about 26-27.
The Red Hawks will take over.
This drive will start from the 27-yard line for Natick. 6:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. Natick certainly could use some points to get back into this game. Well, this Hiller defense has played well. That will certainly be a tough feat for this Red Hawks offense. Out of the pistol, takes the snap, airs it out, up the left side, it's caught! And just like that, Natick strikes back.
Pass is caught by
Owen Corrigan
thrown by Damon Taylor.
with a beauty thrown by Damon Taylor. A 73-yard connection.
70 yards.
Well, Owen Corrigan just caught the secondary sleeping, and they take advantage. Biggest play of the day for Natick. A 73-yard touchdown reception by the senior, Owen Corrigan. And we are back to a 3-point game, a chance to make it 2, and they will.
The extra point
It is a
to start
2-point
the
game.
score is 23-21.
So this game is
6:45
far
remaining.
from over. As the Red Hawks hanging around, one play and a touchdown. It took them 10 seconds to get 7. Well, that was very uncharacteristic by the Hillers defense. You typically don't see them give up big plays like that. We do have another TVL playoff update. Dover Sherborne out of the Division 5 bracket, trailing Watertown 14-12. They are at the half. Dover Sherborne undefeated. They are the 8th seed in Division 5, the 8-0 record. Very competitive, tough Division 5. Nathan Napier set to kick it away. Over to the near side, the return from the 15 by Carrazza, and he doesn't get much. Return of several yards.
Hillers will take over just past the 20-yard line.
Well, Hopkinton takes over with 6:38 left to go. We're going to start this drive from their own 23-yard line. It's going to be Litcher out of the gun, 5 receivers set. We're going to go no running backs here. 3 receivers spread out to his right. Litcher takes the snap. Throws up the left side towards Carrazza. It's caught at the 40, 35, and he's dragged down right around the 26-27. So the Hillers respond with a big play of their own.
Hopkins and Hiller first down to about the 27-yard line.
What a catch by Carrazza. Just speeding by the defender. They mark him at the 27. That's a pickup of 50 yards. So the Hillers cut their difference significantly towards the end zone. Litcher out of the gun. Carrazza in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. He'll pitch it to Carrazza. Carrazza going to lose a few yards here. In on the stop, Teddy Ferrucci.
Bring up a second and 13.
Ball marked at the 31. Loss of 3 on the play. You don't see Litcher go deep to Carrazza that often. It certainly worked on that last play. Litcher out of the gun, Carrazza in the backfield. Receivers in tight to his right side. Trips receivers. Litcher takes the snap, Going to throw to his right, and it is nearly intercepted. Knocked away by Matthew Pohl in the direction of Sam Pantera. Brings up 3rd and 13. From the 31. What will the Hillers try for here? Pitcher out of the gun. Pair of receivers spread out to either side. Takes a snap, backpedals under pressure, throws up the middle. And I think a miscommunication there. That'll bring up 4th and 13. And Carrazza kind of hitting himself in the head. That pass was in his direction. And I think it was just a simple miscommunication. Litcher back out to the huddle. The Hillers are going to go for it. And you have to expect they're going for the long ball here. They need some good yardage to keep this drive going. 4th and 13. Litcher with an empty back set. And oh, he's going to drop punt it. And Litcher ends up punting it. Nice punt. He'll pin Natick back at around the 6. So Natick will have their work cut out for them on this drive. 4 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter.
The Red Hawks will take
And
over on the 6-yard
this Natick
line.
offense, they have
4
scored
minutes
now
and 40
on
seconds to go in the game.
2 of their last 3 drives. They've really dialed up some success against this Hiller defense. And we'll see what they can do here. Out of the gun he goes. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Not a whole lot of room for Ferrucci.
Run up the middle by Ferrucci, gain of 6.
Back up to the line. And bursting through is Sokol. A big stop there as he drags Taylor to the ground. And that's going to be a loss of quite a few for Natick. And Justin Sokol coming through big there. It makes it a 3rd and 8. Ends up being a loss of 4. And it would be a good time for the Hiller defense to make a stand. Taylor out of the pistol, and he is going to roll to his right, throws up the sideline. It is caught. On the reception is Owen Corrigan.
Catch is complete.
And that was hauled in close to the
Owen Kerrigan on
20.
the
They're going to mark him at the 21. That is enough to move the
That's
chains.
enough to move the chains. First down, Natick.
Pickup of several yards there. Taylor going to hand it off. Up the middle. Here he goes, Ferrucci. And another first down for Natick. Ferrucci fights his way to the 34, 13-yard pickup. Teddy Ferrucci starting to rack up some yards in this second half. Clock continuing to count down to 3 minutes. It's going to be another run. The run's working. Why not? And finding some room, Sam Hubbard gets up to the 45, and he'll move the chains once again. Pickup of 11. Natick in hurry-up offense as they are running out of time. But they keep picking up chunks of yards like this. They have plenty of time. Run up the middle, and another big chunk here by Teddy Ferrucci.
There's a first down for Natick up the middle.
Over to the Hillers' 44-yard line. In this running back tandem doing some serious damage. Right back up to the line they go. This run's going to keep coming at them till they stop it. Over to the near side, and the Hillers will get a big, well-needed stop here. There's Sam Hubbard. In on the stop, Justin Sokol. Usually he's the guy when they need a big stop. Stopped Hubbard for no gain. Under 2 minutes left to go. Taylor going to line it up out of the gun. The receiver spread out to either side. Some confusion, it looks like, along the offense. And Taylor's going to direct traffic. Takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle goes Ferrucci. And he is continuing to fight his way forward. A pickup of 8 or 9. And that was quite a gain by Ferrucci, but time running out fast on Natick. 1:20 left to go and counting. Takes the snap, up the middle once again. And this time not much. Looks like he was stopped short of the first down. You got maybe a yard, and now they're going to take a timeout, talk things over.
Natick will take a timeout.
1 minute, 5 seconds left to go. And we are going to have a suspenseful ending to this one. This Natick offense, they have found some serious momentum in the second half. And fought their way back into this game. They've outscored the Hillers in the half. It's a 2-point Hiller lead. Hopkinton defense trying to hold strong to escape with the win. But Natick throwing everything they have at them. A TVL football update. Holliston leading Melrose in Division 4 action 7-0 with 2 minutes 30 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Holliston a 4th seed in that Division 4 bracket.
Fourth down and 1 to go.
Here we go, off the timeout. 1:05 seconds left to go. Taylor going to line it up out of the gun. And he's going to take this himself up the middle. Got a first down, plus a couple.
Does get the first down.
So that will move the chains. Clock will stop at 59 seconds. And it stops while they move the chains. And right now, Natick's ready to snap it. And it's a run up the middle, and a good run to the 20-yard line. None other than Teddy Ferrucci, a 13-yard pickup. And Natick gets back up to the line, and the Hillers are going to take a timeout. And that's what the Hillers need to do there, slow things down. They have not done well against this hurry-up Natick offense. So good timeout call there to slow things up a little bit and hopefully throw Natick off rhythm. But with 39 seconds left, Natick has the ball at the 20, and that's plenty of time, 39 seconds, to try to get a score. Hillers defense really going to have to step it up here. And this Natick running attack has been something else tonight. Teddy Ferrucci and Sam Hubbard. Two very difficult running backs to stop. And they have just gone all game in that hurry-up package, and it has worked. Football update, non-playoff action. Norwood and Canton tied at the half, 7 apiece. Here we go, off the timeout. Taylor hands it off and bouncing off tackle. Fighting his way for a couple, but not much. Teddy Ferrucci in on the stop for the Hillers, Kevin Prasanna. So he picks up a couple, and Natick right back to the hurry-up style. Hillers still have a couple timeouts to burn, but for now they're not going to call one. And brought down for a loss on the keepers. Damian Taylor, Justin Sokol making the big play again. And now we'll get a Natick timeout. They needed to do that to stop the clock. 10 seconds left.
Natick calls a timeout with 10 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long.
Well, it all comes down to this. Will it be heartbreak or will it be victory for the Hillers? And they will take some time to talk things over. Well, things not going so well for Dedham in the Division III tournament. North Reading all over Dedham, 50-18 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Holliston leading Melrose at the end of the half, 7-0. Good defensive battle there. Medfield gets a non-playoff win over a Southeastern Regional, 29-7. Watertown leading Dover Sherborne. To go from the 20. Can the defense pull off the win? Taylor going to throw up the middle. It is caught and into the end zone for the touchdown. Goes Jack McCarthy, the captain, tight end. Unbelievable. Natick with the heartbreaker. A 13-yard touchdown reception by Jack McCarthy, the senior. And it is a 4-point game. 27-23. There's still 4 seconds on the clock.
28-23.
So Natick will have to kick off. And then if the Hillers could have some kind of special kickoff return, I guess that's their only possibility. But it looks like Natick going to pull off quite a comeback victory here at David M. Hughes Stadium tonight. And you got a feel for this Hiller team, as they were, I'm sure, a little frustrated not getting into the playoffs after having a 6-2 season. And you come into these non-playoff games, you're having your way with Natick, and then all of a sudden this Natick rush attack just starts getting to you. But quite a game between two very good teams, and this Natick team, looking at their schedule, they've been very battle-tested, played a lot of teams that are certainly above their division, played a lot of those D1 teams. They're probably a team that deserves to be in as well. Set to kick it away, Nathan Napier. I mean, you look at this game tonight, this certainly could have been one of those playoff games. Napier is going to send a line drive up the near side. Carrazza stays in pound, spins out.
Hillers will take over.
And
On the 20-yard line with 3 seconds remaining.
there's going to be 3 seconds on the clock. So the Hillers are going to get one opportunity, really, for a big play. So this game not over yet, folks. But the Hillers will need quite a play here to get the victory. You have to imagine they're going to go with probably a pretty long pass here. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun. Peraza in the backfield.
Timeout on the play by the Hillers. They have 1 remaining.
Timeout called by the Hillers.
That'll be a good one.
They're going to talk things over and try to draw something up. Well, what? Fun game to watch. Good back and forth between two very good teams. And the Hillers will have another couple of non-playoff games before their big Thanksgiving meeting, as they will host Ashland this season. And we will have that game for you live on HCAM. Litcher going to line it up out of the gun. Carrazza, the back to his left. Motion left to right. Seamus Murphy in motion. Takes the snap. Looking upfield. He's dragged down, and that's it. The game ends on a sack. On the stop, Keenan Kelly. And your final score is going to be Natick 28, Hopkinton 23. A heartbreaking game for the Hillers. Certainly a frustrating game and kind of an uncharacteristic game by the Hillers as well. This defense typically a lot more stingy against the run, but this Natick rush attack got to the Hillers tonight, and they will fall in heartbreaking fashion 28-23 versus Natick. And the Hillers will fall to 6-3 on the season. Natick will improve to 4-5, and that is about going to do it here tonight. A great back and forth battle between two very good teams, and certainly did not end the way the Hillers wanted it to, but you just played a good team tonight, and they just had one more play than you did, and they were able to take the victory. A tough loss, but they'll pick themselves up and move on to next week. The final score for the final time, Natick over Hopkinton, 28-23. For our crew, Mike Terosian and Denise Antaki, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Football on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Good night, everybody.